Since September of 2023, the Park Hotel in Diss closed its doors to the public and instead welcomed refugees and asylum seeker families. And this change felt permanent to the locals. It felt like nothing would change and they would never get their hotel back. But today, the Park Hotel has reopened its doors to the public under new management and ownership after a lot of pressure, which I am so privileged to have been involved in. In July, the Eastern Daily Press, our local newspaper in Norwich, released that the Home Office was seeking to replace the families, the women and children and men of the Park Hotel who were staying there. They were going to be replaced with all males. Now, this is something that we see in Bowthorpe. There are around 170 male migrants in the Brick Hotel, and a lot of the public feel very threatened, shall I say. There have been 2 convicted sex offenders from that hotel. Dan Tesfalil, who was jailed for 8 years and 3 months for raping a young girl after she left a nightclub, and Rashid Al-Waili, who was jailed for 20 months after grooming a 14-year-old boy online. This comes as well as reports of women and children being followed, taken photos of at the local park, Breckland Park. There's barely any kids that play there anymore, which we have seen. Young girls having sexual advances made towards them, migrants allegedly throwing condoms at women, demanding sex. The locals of Diss did not want this. They did not want their quiet little beautiful town to be made into what Bowthorpe is currently going through. The locals of Diss staged a protest, and this was on July 21st. And I attended this protest. I live streamed it on X, and it went incredibly, actually, and it clearly made a difference. It was met with a counter-protest, of course, by Stand Up to Racism, who didn't stay very long, and they ended up just walking off. After the protest finished, a battle continued between local MPs and councillors and the Home Office, pleading with them, saying that it wasn't fair on the locals who felt threatened and afraid of what their town would turn into. It wasn't fair on the families, the women and children of the Park Hotel, who would just be randomly displaced. They've already been displaced. And the Home Office just wasn't budging. Even the owners at the time of the Park Hotel said that if you demand and push all males to be put into this hotel, then we will close its doors and not house any asylum seekers at all. But the Home Office didn't listen. Which brings us to today, where the Park Hotel is having an open day for the public because after refurbishments have been made, it is now a proper hotel once again. This shows that protesting does work. I know full well that people are disheartened by what's happened at Epping, where they were going to stop being a migrant hotel, and the Home Office eventually just said, no, we're just doing what we want. But the revolution, we'll call it, at the Park Hotel proves that the public still hold the cards. The public still have the final vote in what happens to these hotels, and we can get the hotels refurbished and back into normality. No matter whether you're going to use the Park Hotel after what has happened there, it is totally up to you. I am not going to try and encourage people to use a hotel that has formerly housed immigrants. I'm not going to do that because you all have free will, and truth be told, I probably wouldn't use it either. But I do want to say how amazing it is for the local community. I do want to praise the local community and what the efforts that they have made. They've now got the Raise the Flag campaign in Diss as well, and the leftists are taking down the flags. I just wanted to touch on that. The people of Diss are so happy and they deserve every single bit of praise. Thank you so much for watching this video, and join me in posting your support for Diss because they will really appreciate it. Thank you.